Brandon, it's a pleasure to meet you.
It's a pleasure to be with you. I'm excited to engage and excited to answer any questions you have regarding the most scientifically studied paranormal hotspot on the planet, Skinwalker Ranch, and our upcoming season 4 effort that is going to blow people's minds.
And we can catch it on History. We can catch all the back episodes on history.com. It's a hell of a show, by the way. Let me just start out by asking what got you involved with the Skinwalker Ranch?
Good question. 7 years ago, I acquired the property from elusive billionaire Robert Bigelow of Bigelow Aerospace, and I bought the property as a healthy skeptic, as someone who'd never seen a UFO or a ghost or anything unusual. And I truly believed that there was a natural explanation for the reports of strange activity that had been occurring for decades, if not millennia, out here in the Uinta Basin, as they call it. And so I brought in my team of investigators to essentially debunk the claims of high strangeness, and found myself swept up in the middle of not only an unprecedented investigation documenting the reality of the UFO phenomena, but a host of other activity and events that continue to defy any natural explanation. Skinwalker Ranch is a very mysterious place. There are events that occur, everything from bizarre cattle mutilations to electromagnetic anomalies to, again, orb activity and UFO or UAP activity on this property that really baffles not only the investigators that I have on my team, but the third party professionals that we bring in to assist with the research. So this next season that we're unveiling this coming week on History Channel of the Secret of Skinwalker Ranch is going to raise the bar, and I think open a lot of eyes. People are going to, I think, be quite surprised by what we are about to reveal as far as the reality of the phenomena on Skinwalker Ranch.
Do you have a lot of trouble in separating the facts from fiction? I mean, there's a lot of conspiracy people going up there. There's a lot of you're interrupted. These scientific teams are interrupted all the time. How do you get to that truth?
Yeah, how do you separate the signal from the noise?
Yeah, exactly.
If you will. Well, that's why I think having a multidisciplinary, diverse team of professionals is necessary, and really sets our research apart from anything else that I'm aware of, especially in the private sector. I think when you pull together everything from 50 surveillance cameras, scientific platforms involving everything from infrasonic sensors to night vision to the latest FLIR technology, and really monitoring systems in service to documenting the reality of what this team is experiencing. It's an exciting time to have all eyes essentially focused on this very intriguing piece of property.
And the history of the ranch, I mean, this goes back, thousands of years into the Native American legends and all of that. This was holy ground.
Yes, or cursed ground, if you will. I mean, the property and the ridge that was named Skinwalker Ridge by the Native American people has a rich and somewhat disturbing history associated with it. And we are getting to the bottom of what is happening on this property, and exploring both above and below to better understand the nature of what we are dealing with and encountering.
Have you closed the property off to tourism?
Yeah, absolutely. The liability issues. I mean, we've had so many people end up in the hospital with strange and disturbing illnesses and injuries that, again, defy any natural explanation. along with the fact that we are running a sensitive, ongoing, year-round scientific investigation. The property has been locked down for, well, now 27 years with armed security, really keeping watchful eye over the perimeter in order to maintain not only the security, but the integrity of the research and the investigation.
You know, being that I live here in Salt Lake City, and you hear all these great stories about people going up to the ranch and trying to get in, and being met with armed guards. You almost have the same kind of weight that area
51. Yeah,
51
people call it the private Area 51. And for good reason. I mean, when people approach the gates of Skinwalker Ranch, they're met with a whole litany of surveillance assets that are focused on them, as well as our on-site security presence. And again, it's a dangerous place. Skinwalker Ranch is not for the faint of heart. Everyone who enters has to sign a liability waiver and NDAs, and they enter at their own risk. It's not something to be taken lightly. And even as we fly into the property, I have a heliport situated right there next to what we call the command center at Homestead 1. We enter that property with humility and reverence, because we're dealing with forces that are not only unexplained and unusual, but sometimes have command over the situation, or at least harm those that enter in ways that are disturbing.
Well, I appreciate your time this morning. I've got the wrap, and I could talk to you for another hour, and maybe I will someday.
Very good. Well, thank you for following our investigation. Next week, the secret of Skinwalker Ranch takes it to a new level, and I think everyone will be quite surprised at what we are about to unveil relative to the reality of the high strangeness at Skinwalker Ranch.
Well, congratulations on season 4 on the History Channel, and take care.
You too. Take care. Thank you so much for tuning in.